Social media showing two other black girls apparently being snubbed.
Skip.
I told you.
What is this?
Black family sues Sesame Place for $25 million.
Okay.
Alleging discrimination.
Okay.
I knew it was all about the money.
See, does this not sound familiar to the calls that we had? Does this not sound familiar? The same mentality. Crazy.
And for those of you who are not familiar with the situation, it was a viral video online out in Philadelphia where, I think it was in Philadelphia, where a black family, it's just like, it's a 8-second clip. And you know that there's more to it, but you know they cut the clip.
They cut the clip. Look at how... You know the niggas cut the clip. You know they did. You can't trust them. Look at... I want you to see how he's just framing all this. They're deceitful. They're dishonest. They cut the clip. No evidence of the such. No evidence of the such. But he's just maligning them, right? Just maligning them. Oh, look at this. You know they cut the clip. You know this didn't happen.
An 8-second clip shows a character from Sesame Street walking down the road on like a parade, and there's kids on the side, families on either side of the roadway. The camera only shows 8 seconds of the Sesame Street character shaking their hand high-fiving people, and then they shook his hand. I don't know if it's a he or she or whatever, whoever's behind the mask.
Gotcha.
Shook a hand at one group of people off camera, walked over, the little girls are standing up, two black girls, they have their hands stretched out, and he kind of shakes the hands at them and continue to walk. Mama only showed 8 seconds.
What does that mean, bruh? Like, I don't know what this means. Only showed 8 seconds. What I need from you is to explain why the character did that. That's what I need.
A video. I know, you know, that lady had to have been recorded for at least a minute. Why?
What? Where is it? This is crazy. This is crazy. Black people can never do right in his eyes. Do you understand this? Can never do right. Can never. This is called, he's been conditioned. He's been buck broken. And it's very interesting how you can very often tell whether or not someone's buck broken by the position and the framing of how they view things. It's very interesting. So I just seen Disneyland Video do the same thing as Sesame Street. You see it? No, I haven't seen it.
Why did she not show the full video? We all know why she didn't show the full video, because she's full of crap.
She didn't show the full video because she's full of crap. Okay. All right. She didn't show the full video because she's full of crap. Okay.
And she's claiming that Sesame Street or Sesame Place discriminated against her kids. Let me read this article because I think it's very interesting. It says Baltimore family is suing a Sesame Street themed amusement park for $25 million over claims of racial discrimination, alleging that multiple costume characters ignored a 5-year-old black girl during a meet and greet event last month. The lawsuit comes in the wake of a video that I already spoke about. Let me skip down. It said the suit, which seeks class action status, was filed in the federal court in Philadelphia against SeaWorld Parks, the owner of the Sesame Place, for pervasive and appalling race discrimination.
Okay. I'm guessing he disagrees with that. What is this? 412, you're on the line. What's the disagreement, and tell me why?
So my disagreement is from like the same point of view, but I actually think like what's going on here in this video is actually way more deceitful, and like I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I actually couldn't hear you for a second. But like right from the beginning, actually, he comes from a neutral standpoint, which is actually kind of interesting. He asks questions that's going to gather the attention of someone who's going to oppose his topic like right away, in the hopes of quelling like a rage. You know what I mean? What he's asking for is a pause here. You remember how they got us with COVID? 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks, man. That's all we need. This whole thing will be over. He's asking for a pause till there's
Live their lives.
Fabergé eggs of society. People may be
What?
somewhat upset with me talking about black people like this, but man, I'm like an impartial person, right?
He's an impartial person? Sir, you're a baby daddy with a white woman, married another white woman who's probably more, from what we've seen, more anti-black than you are. How are you impartial? It's crazy that it's just it's mind blowing to me. This is brainwashing. This is brainwashing.
I don't consider myself to be black and all that old crazy stuff. I'm a Christian.
Did I not call him wash? It's crazy that he doesn't even consider himself to be black and all that crazy stuff. Because deep down inside, he believes he's white. He believes, because that's how they've conditioned him. They conditioned him that, hey, you're one of us. You're one of the good ones. And one of the good ones act like us. That's out of his mouth. I don't really consider myself to be black. I don't. Because to him, black is a negative thing. He's been conditioned in his mind to perceive black as negative, right? Dirty, bad, criminal. That's what he's done. And so when you listen to him talk, when he talks about his experience growing up, something clicked in his head where he associated white with good. From an early childhood, right? When he goes over to this white girl's house and she has both of her parents. He was like, oh, white people, both of their parents. Oh, this white girl, I like this. Then he goes in the police department and he talks about, oh, it was the white officers who were going into the black neighborhoods. They were helping them out. He has this white superiority complex, or also known as black inferiority. It's really sad to see this happen. Really sad to see it happen. But where think about it. What is his foundation, right? Who's he have to go to probably snap him out of it? No one. Corinne, his white wife, she's not going to snap him out of it. I would argue she's the battery behind him. Now he has 2 kids. Guess what he's going to implant into their head? And the cycle goes. The cycle continues. Now, this is nothing to say as far as to belittle as far as white women. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying all white women. But there are some who look for people like this. They look for people who suffer from self-hatred, or view them as God's blessing to earth. They look for that, and they know there are men out there, black men and non-black men, who view them as such, due to their own conditioning of their own, their raising, how they were brought up. They're vultures. They are 100% vultures. So you just got to be careful. But yeah, it's crazy to see.
Man of God, I'm a human being. Somehow.
So he's disassociated himself from being black, right? Notice that. He's disassociated himself from being black. He's literally one of the good ones in his head. Not black. I'm a Christian. I'm a man of God. I'm a conservative. Anything but black. It's really sad to see.
Some way my skin color has more melanin than other people. And there's people that are...
Some way my skin color has more melanin than other people. Oh, okay. Got you. It's going to be people like this that would approve of someone being trans black. Mark my word, bruh. Mark my words. Trans black. All this, you think it's crazy. Mark my words. All this. Well, what really am I? I'm not really black. I just have more melanin than me. You know, someone wants to identify as black. Let them be. You know, it is what it is. Because what is black? What does that mean to be black? Like, I'm American. That's what I am. Watch. It's crazy. MP says, you want to be hood, nigga? You want to be hood? Signed, an impartial Christian man, not black, and and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna insert that clip in here when I edit this. You want to be hood, nigga? You want to be hood? You see? And all of his white friends were like, "Well, he just had an accident, Lucas. That's all that happened, okay? That's all that happened, okay? He just lost his temper." There's a nigga inside. Whether he chooses, the more he tries to, this nigga is, I don't know, the nigga is probably dying from fucking starvation. Nigga, feed me. Please feed me. Deep down inside, there's a nigga inside. There is. You may not believe it, I know. But the nigga never actually dies. You'd be surprised. He never actually dies. You can suppress it all you want. It'll eventually come up. It eventually will.
Darker than me.
Mm.
We already talked about those blurple people. They're darker than I am. And then there's people that are completely white.
Wait, did he say
has more melanin than others?
Did he say purple people? What did he say? Who is this? 714, you're on the line. What's the disagreement, and tell me why?
I was just wondering, what proof do you have that was racist?
Well, the proof I have is that it seems that it was directed primarily at black children.
Okay, but have you ever been in that costume before?
No, but we have people who said that as far as the eyesight is very much visible.
Okay, well, my problem with this is that it's so easy for a person like you to say, attribute everything to racism.
Well, let's stop you right there, because I don't attribute everything to racism. I'm talking about this specific incident at Sesame Place, where the facts and evidence happen to be on my side. So I'd be more than happy to listen to you if you happen to have a reason why this person seemed to, as far as exclude solely black children when interacting with the crowd.
Okay, but what reason do you have, though? Like, honestly,
I would say that they have some hostility regarding black children.
Really?
Yes. So I'm more than like I said, I'm more than open to hear your reason.
Okay, didn't you say the parents were white? Is that what you said?
No, they weren't. But I'm more than open to hear your reason why the Rosita person happened to avoid solely black children.
But it's simple, dude.
Sure.
Freaking, they didn't see the person. It's a simple, tiny little clip, dude.
Okay.
And they attribute it to that.
So your